ANC Joburg region opens case against ANC poster thief. The ANC in the Greater Johannesburg region has appealed the law enforcement agencies to deal with people who commit electoral sabotage by removing election campaign posters of rival political parties. This comes after the ANC in this region opens a case of damage to property after a middle-aged man was caught on camera allegedly removing ANC elections posters from street poles. This was confirmed by Masilo Serekele, who indicated that the case was opened with the Parkview police station after an unidentified man was seen removing and stealing an ANC poster on Sunday. The party said this act of electoral sabotage does not only undermine the ANC in Johannesburg, but also the principles of the country's democracy. Today, the ANC in Johannesburg opened a case against a man who was caught on footage removing and stealing a poster of the ANC on Sunday, not only undermining the ANC in Johannesburg, but also undermining the principles of our democracy. We appeal to law enforcement agencies to take action with the utmost urgency regarding some offenders who undermine our democracy and want to rear the head of racism and deal with this criminality so as to send a strong message to all others who have been removing and stealing posters of different political parties, Serekele said. Serekele said the laws are clear on such behavior. Defacing and removing posters of other parties are not supported by the country's Electoral Act. The Electoral Act contains an electoral code of conduct aimed at promoting conditions conducive to free and fair elections. Destroying, removing, or defacing posters of other parties is a criminal offense that can result in fines or imprisonment for up to 10 years. We call on members of society and all the political parties to uphold the principles of democracy and fair campaigning. We condemn the sheer arrogance and disrespect by those who oppose the principles of our hard-earned democracy, he said. This case comes just days after former ANC leader in Tshwane, Nkosi Moepa, also opened a case of crimen injuria and treason against leader of the DA John Nelson at the Brooklyn police station in relations against the burning of the SA flag in the DA's elections campaign advert. Last Thursday, Moepa said the DA's latest advert was a very sad return to the dark days of the past. We know where our country has been. We therefore cannot allow the DA to take us there. This thing is causing divisions in our country and it should not be allowed. I will also write to the SA Human Rights Commission, the IEC, ICASA, Independent Communications Authority of SA, and BCCSA, Broadcasting Complaint Commission of SA. These institutions must demand from the DA to immediately cease to produce the advert, Moepa said. Responding to the identity of the suspect, Serekele said only the police investigation will reveal the true identity of the culprit. The case is opened against a middle-aged white man whose identity we cannot confirm at the present stage. However, we have a footage clearly showing his face as we have left the question of the identity to law enforcement personnel. We have provided them with the footage of him removing the poster. In the footage, his car registration is clearly visible. We believe this will aid the SAPS personnel in identifying the offender, he said. The ANC in Tshwane has rejected claims that its members in Atteridgeville were caught removing EFF election campaigns posters. Regional Party Secretary George Malati hit out at the EFF Regional Chairperson Obakeng Ramabodu for reportedly implicating that the two people arrested in connection with poster removal were ANC members. Maraji slated Marado for making unfounded allegations in the media that two members of the ANC were apprehended by the EFF local structures in Atteridgeville removing EFF election posters. We would like to state up front that the ANC is a signatory to the IEC Code of Conduct for Political Parties during this election and is bound by the code, he said. According to him, the ANC deploys members and volunteers who in some instances are not party members during election campaigns. In this case, we can confirm without a doubt that both apprehended individuals are not members of the ANC and or volunteers of the ANC, he said. He said the party's preliminary investigations found that Corex boards are high in a value within the waste management, waste buyback recycling facility industry. It is believed that the two accused wanted to sell the posters at a buyback center. Machela said the ANC Greater Johannesburg region has also suffered a similar setback where its posters have been removed and sold to the buyback center like other political parties. Ramabodu was contacted for comment but didn't respond within time for publication. The EFF has, however, recently released a media statement in which it condemns the cowardly and undemocratic removal of EFF posters by detractors who seek to undermine our movement. The party said the two people were arrested by its members in the act of removing its posters and they were handed over to the police. A case was opened against the pair and they were detained at a local police station. This despicable to stifle the voice of the people and suppress the message of the economic freedom and the social justice that the EFF stands for. We will therefore spare no efforts in uncovering the culprits behind this attack of our democratic rights, which is not the first incident of this matter, the EFF said in a media statement. The EFF believed that those cowardly acts are a testament to the fear instilled in our dictators by the growing influence of the EFF and the imminent threat we pose to their vested interests. And that's it from INJIBS Network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.